Hi, I'm Michelle Fox. I've been a beauty consultant for over 20 years, and I've recently increased my business significantly through the power of social media. And one of my passions is to show other women how to do the same. I have a group on Facebook that is a private group, and I recently did a video showing them 10 ways that they could increase the numbers of their own private Facebook groups. I thought other people may want to hear these tips as well. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. But more than that, if you would like to join this private Facebook group where we continue to talk about expanding our direct sales businesses online, click the link in the comments below and you can at least check out the group. If you'd like to join us. I'm sure that you will get lots of information, and beyond that, you'll make friends. So without any further ado, here is the video, my top 10 tips for building your Facebook group. All right, it looks like this is happening. I got to check all my bells and whistles, so hold on. I really was flying in here at the last possible second. If you know me at all, that's how I always do it. But let's see. Let me get my phone and see if I'm on. And I got to tell you, if you do any kind of live videos on Facebook, they've changed it up again. There are so many different options now for going live. It boggles the mind. And the thing that really floors me is that I was just starting to understand the two newer ways, and now those are like the old ways. It's kind of like getting a phone. As soon as you barely understand the phone you have, it's passe, and then you got to learn a whole new thing. Let's see. So I want to make sure Boss Babe's online. Yep, I'm there. Let me see if yep, okay, everything's good. Okay. So I have been wanting to do more with this group, but you know how it is, yada yada. It's like I just you are kind of the stepchild. I end up coming here last, but I am going to change that because I think really one of my main passions in life is to share what I know. I'm the oldest child, and I always felt like if my brother and sister could be spared some kind of inconvenience or pain because I already went through it, that makes me happy. And same thing in business and in life. If there's something I've learned the hard way and I can show you how to do it so that you don't have to go through what I went through, that makes me happy. And I want to do this more often. So today I want to talk about how to get your Facebook group growing, thriving, how to get significantly more people in your group. And if you're wondering, how do I know, or why do I think I can speak to this? I had a struggling Facebook group of about 30 people, and nobody paid attention to a darn thing I said or did. And these were people that supposedly wanted to be in my group, but it was just a dud, okay, in every way. And I kind of got a new idea of what I wanted that group to be. And long story short, in about 3 years' time, it's gone from 30 to well over 300. It is a place that people like to be. It's a place that I'm excited to go to, and it continues to grow and thrive. My sales have increased. My team has increased, but also it's just become a community of positive, like-minded women, and it's exactly what I wanted it to be, but I didn't know if I could possibly accomplish it. And I want to share some of the ways that I did that. So I thought I'll give like my top 10, but holy smokes, that's why I came on at the last second. I started writing, and it was really hard to narrow it down. I mean, I'm sure you don't want my top 47 tips, so I'm going to really, I just picked 10, but it's really hard. And every single one could probably be, spoken at length. So, but I'm really going to try to zone in and focus on each one. So we're going to talk about what can you do? What practical things can you do right now to grow your Facebook group? Groups are typically private. You can choose to have them public. More often, your business page is public. That is sort of your business card, your online professional persona. And your group is seen more of as like a preferred customers only, like a members only. It's a privilege. So there should be an element of exclusivity there, not in the sense that you reject anybody, but in the sense that people want to belong. All right. I'm so excited. I got so many things in my head. This isn't even one of my 10, but I got to say it. So think about that when you name your group, because yeah, you want it to be something that they can remember, but you also want it to be something that gives it that flavor, that thing where they would want to be part of that group. Something that represents what your group is. If your group is about wellness, what kind of words could you use to give it that flavor, that vibe? If it's about beauty, if it's about real estate or something, whatever thing it is, you want to have that incorporated somehow into the title so that the people that are members feel like, oh yeah, I'm a member of that club. And that's a good thing. You know, it's a cool thing. Okay, that was the side. So get a pen and paper, jot these down. Then at the end, I'm going to help you kind of figure out what you should focus on first, because I know 10's a lot. All right, number one, the first thing that I would suggest you do, and I'm preaching to myself, this is probably the thing, my weakest link, is to post on your Facebook wall, your private, personal Facebook wall. I already said something that I want to correct. Your personal wall every day. Mine used to be private. Oftentimes, mentors in the field of digital marketing will tell you to make it public. If you don't have small children, I would say to make your private page, your personal wall, public. Think about this. If there's a significant person, an influencer, someone that you follow that has like 10,000, 50,000 followers, if you find that person on Facebook, usually you can look them up and you can see they'll post about their family, their vacation, their Christmas tree. They let you get that peek into their personal life. You need to think of yourself as that you are that kind of persona, that you are that kind of big deal. And so you're letting people get a peek into your personal life. That's why your personal wall should go from private to public, and you want to post something every day. I got that advice kind of late into this whole social media gig. And so I have to remind myself to do that, and I still struggle. I think one thing that you can do is to multitask, and I'll get to that later, because you can use the posts perhaps that you use for Instagram and then use that also on your Facebook personal wall. But we'll talk about Instagram at the very end. So number one was post on your private wall daily. Number two, every day when you start your day, you want to look at Facebook and you want to warm up the algorithm. You want to warm up the Facebook algorithm. And that means this. You pretty much are doing it already, but you're probably missing part of it. You go through and you see what your friends are posting. You want to like, you want to comment, you want to visit their page. You want to look at their pictures and like and comment. You want to friend request. You want to start getting the ball rolling. It's like waking up Facebook. That is warming up the algorithm so that whatever you continue to do throughout the day, Facebook pays attention to. This is a fact. But also, it's getting your friends, whether they realize it or not, to start having a very positive feeling toward you. They are like, oh, but that's so neat that she really liked my post about my son's baseball team. Oh, wow, she noticed that I, said something about my garden, how successful my garden was. They feel that connection. And even though they're not your customer yet, they are starting to have a warm fuzzy toward you. So you are looking at what your friends are posting, liking, commenting, getting involved, warming up the algorithm every single day. And do that for 10, 15 minutes while you're drinking your coffee. You're looking at the stuff anyway, but make a focused effort to be liking and commenting. And make sure your comments are at least 4 words long. If it's just 2 words or 3 words, it doesn't have the same effect on the algorithm. Go figure. I don't know. I know it's true. I don't know why. Okay. Also, this is gold. If you look up, I think it depends on what you're looking on, but you can see whose birthday it is today. Better than that, you can see whose birthday is coming up. Every day, you want to send out birthday greetings. And ideally, you want to send out birthday greetings to people whose birthday are coming up. Why? Because you'll beat the crowd. I know when I get birthday greetings, I love them. I think that's so cool. But you get 100 messages, and I'm sure some slip through the cracks. I don't see every one. I try to, but I probably don't. But if somebody sends me a message 2 days before my birthday, hey, I see your birthday's coming up. I hope you have a great day. It looks like it's going to be sunny all day. I'll be thinking of you. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Oh, you know what I mean? And so you are ahead of the crowd. So they saw it, and then they've got time to personally reply. And again, you are like getting that connection. They're already your friend. They already know you, but you are reconnecting in a more personal way. I've got lots of Facebook friends that are people that I haven't seen in years, but if I send them a birthday greeting, it kind of reignites that flame, like, oh my gosh, that's right. I knew her back, shortly after college. We worked in the same building. Oh, I wonder how such and such is, and then you kind of have that little spark, and you just never know where that's going to lead. Okay. So the third is to send out birthday messages, ideally ahead of time, for people whose birthdays are coming up. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, and this is my favorite, you've got to do Facebook Live videos. And I am a very good example of the fact that you don't have to be good at it, okay? You just get on and you just do it, because Facebook Live videos get the most attention in everyone's feed. They get all kinds of, pop-ups that you're live. It's in their notifications. It's in their feed. If they said that they want to be notified when you go live, something pops up in the left-hand corner. I mean, it's like ding, 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 ding. She's live, she's live, she's live. It is the best way to capture their attention. And you can even repost it. Unfortunately, we can't have the parties anymore. We used to be able to have watch parties, but they got rid of that for some reason. But there are ways to even reuse those videos. For example, right now I'm doing a live Facebook video, but I'm using a software called OBS, and I'm simultaneously recording this video. So I could take my recording of this video and post it on YouTube. I can post it on IGTV. I can use it in several other places. All right. That's multitasking. So Facebook Live, it connects you to your people and to a broader audience. So one thought is to, instead of only going live in your private group, to go live on your public business page as well. That reaches everybody. Think of this. Have you seen a live video and you're watching it, and then it gets to the end and then it just starts another random video? You could be that random video. For real. Somebody else is watching video of choice. It comes to the end, and because it's a video about or in the general realm of what you are all about. Facebook has put your video in line with that one. So someone who's never heard of you before, never seen you, doesn't know a darn thing about you, is watching you live. Amazing, isn't it? That's why it's important to use great titles, keywords, to introduce yourself, which I didn't do. I'm Michelle Fox. See, I told you, you don't have to be perfect. You just do it. You learn as you go, all right? People can relate to that. So, number 4, Facebook Live. Number 5, friend requests. New friend requests. Hello. Yes, you want to respond to those friend requests. You want to, yes, for sure, you add them as friends, greet them, send them a private message, make sure that they feel warm and fuzzy and welcomed. And in your head, you know that your goal is to take them from just not, from your friend to eventually a member of your VIP group or someone who's going to visit your business page. I actually have a chart that I have every person that is involved in my social media world. And I have columns. Do they follow me here? Are they a member of this group? Have they liked my business page? Have I invited them to this? Have I sent them samples? Have I added them to my PCP list, etc., etc., etc.? Because every single name is a lead. Every single name is a lead. So when someone friend requests you, yes, you do. You want to have them as a friend. And when you get those, people that you may know stuff, I used to just poo-poo that. Like, I don't know these people. But, okay, let's say you get there's usually 5 suggestions in there. Somebody's name comes up. I vaguely remember that name. And we've got 30 friends in common. And all of those names are people I know from church. So I'm thinking, okay, obviously I met her through church. Friend request her. Why not? She can say no, right? Next person. We've got 50 friends in common, all from my high school. Obviously, I went to school with her. I don't remember her. I don't know why, but I'll go ahead and friend request her. I am flabbergasted at how many people accept my friend requests. I do that all the time, and they accept my friend request, and then I, am liking and clicking and, interacting with them, and I send them a message. We become friends, and frankly, oftentimes I really don't remember them at all, but I get to know them again, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, we met through, when my son was in baseball, whatever, forever ago. But the point is that Facebook is handing you this primo list of people and saying, you've got 37 points of contact. You've got 37 people in, common. These are great people for you to connect with. So take advantage of that, okay? You should be friend requesting 5 to 10 people every single day. Friend request 5 to 10 people every single day. It will change your life. Your goal should be to have 1,000 friends on your personal wall, on your personal page. If you're not at 1,000, then you need to be friend requesting 5 to 10 a day, okay? So new friend requests are a huge deal because they will eventually get funneled into your group. Does that make sense? Okay. You also, now we're on the second half, you want to join groups. Think about things that are significant to you, things that are unique to you, important to you, and join those groups. I'm not talking about anything to do with your business. I'm not talking about similar groups to what you are in right now. Think outside the box. So I was diagnosed with hypermobility, something. So I looked that up. Sure enough, there's a gazillion groups of that. So I joined that group. I start, seeing what all is being posted. There are certain people that I really connect with. So I request them. All right. We become friends. She becomes my friend. Eventually, she joins my group. Why? She likes me. Okay. She finds out that I've got a beauty group and she wants to be part of it. I am growing out my gray hair. I'm a part of a bunch of, gray hair people group. And same thing, I'll post pictures and tell my story and say, that it's hard because I'm a beauty blogger or whatever. And then people are like, oh, tell me more. How can I get involved in that? I'm curious. I want to see your journey. And then they're going from that group to my private group. So the more groups that you are in, the more opportunities you have to make a genuine connection with new people. I'm telling you, I keep coming back to this. There are so many people in this world. There are so many people in this world. And Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of these things are just putting them right at our fingertips. It is mind-boggling, you guys. And to think that that's something that you don't need to take advantage of is just plain silly. It really is. So, all right, join groups. Think of 2 or 3 interests that you have. Maybe, you used to cross stitch, but it's been years and years. Join a cross stitch group and maybe it'll reignite that interest and you'll, start that up again or something. I don't know. Okay. Post a link to your VIP group in one of your banners. Have I done that? Yeah, I've talked about that in this group. So you have a banner, could be for your personal page, your personal wall, or your business page. But the banner might say something like, click here for VIP access, or whatever. Or click here for a freebie. Click here for info on my new venture. Something intriguing, click here for whatever. Then they click the banner and it just takes them to the verbiage for that picture. So every banner, when you click it, it goes to like a little blurb. So the click here button doesn't literally do anything. I think people get hung up with that. It's a picture, okay? So you have your banner, you stick a click here picture on there. People click the picture, they go to your blurb. And in your blurb, you want to have a link, a literal physical link that they can click that will take them to your VIP page. Because even when it's private, people can visit your page. They can visit and see the name, they can see the description, they can see your banner and just kind of get a feel for it. Okay? So that's another thing. Post a link to your group in a banner. We're getting down to the very end. I'm kind of sad. All right. Number 8, we're kind of segueing now. Short videos. Short 1 minute or less videos are a big, big deal right now. TikTok, Reels, Facebook stories, Instagram stories. I have a chart where I wrote down how long each different kind has to be or can be. Some can be 15 to 45 seconds. Some can be 1 minute to 3 minutes. Some can only be up to 1 minute, etc. So I'll do a video, just a short, funny video, or maybe a video of me putting on lipstick or something like that. And I'll say, okay, so that's a 1 minute video. I'll look at my chart and say, okay, I can post that on TikTok and Reels. And I'll go and I'll post them in those 2 places. I'll have another video that's super duper short where it's just kind of like a boomerang. Okay, I'll post that on Facebook stories, Instagram stories, whatever. If it's less than 15 minutes, it can be on IGTV. So let's say you did a Facebook Live and it was just kind of a mini makeover session that was 10, 12 minutes long. You can put that on IGTV. So my point is that you can be using your video in multiple places, and that is smart business. Work smarter, not harder. And even though sometimes it's frustrating that We have to learn extra software to do the Facebook Live. Okay, so when you do Facebook Live, you can use like your regular camera, or there's an option of streaming. And when you stream, you have to use software. So that means you have to learn the software. And in your head, you might have thought, I'm not going there. I don't want to do that. But the benefit is that then that software has all kinds of advantages where it can stream simultaneously to like StreamYard can be casting to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So look into some of that stuff. I mean, if you have any interest at all, look into that because there's a lot that can be done. And yeah, there's some learning involved, but challenge yourself, okay? So short videos, reels, stories, TikTok. If you love TikTok, look at the popular ones and ask yourself, what could I do that would not so much to sell products either, but to just present yourself, to introduce people to like the real you, to get people to know, just to have your presence there. I think that the more places in social media that people see you pop up in their head, they're like, dang, she's successful. She's got it going on. I've had a lot of people that I have pursued for years, like for years and years, very recently start coming to me for business. And I have a very strong suspicion it's because they see me on all these different social media platforms, and in their head, they're thinking, shoot, she's really popular or she's really famous. I'm going to go with her. And I'm really no different than I ever was. It's just that I'm showing up. I'm showing up all over the place. So show up, okay? It's not as hard as you think it is. So short videos. Number 8 is short videos. It will ultimately funnel people into your group. Number 9, simple Instagram posts. Instagram posts, similar to Facebook posts, except it always features a picture, and selfies do best. I know if you're of my generation, selfies are awkward. They feel arrogant. It is just not our nature to do that. But you just have to get over it. And I struggle. If you look at my Instagram, I might have one picture of myself for every 15 pictures of other stuff. But if you look at influencers, every single picture is them. So it'll be a picture of them and then sort of a deep thought, or a picture of them and like a little quote, a blurb. You can go to Google and just say inspirational quotes, beauty quotes, health quotes, cooking tips, or something like that, whatever. And so you've got an arsenal of things to post as far as verbiage, and then you just take pictures of yourself every day. It's a simple concept, but I half the time I don't have my makeup on until like 7 o'clock at night. I don't know what the logic is of that, but so I do struggle with that one. Another thing that you can do, and what I usually do, is I just find really pretty quotes. I find meaningful quotes, and then I have colored backgrounds. I've chosen different shades of pink. Like that's kind of my theme. It's my look. So when you look at my Instagram wall, that you see all these different pretty shades of pink, and it flows and it has a certain feel to it, and many of them are just pictures of words. It works. It works for me. People still follow me. But post on Instagram, and here's what I was saying in the very beginning. The types of things you post on Instagram are things that you can easily also post on your personal wall. So for example, if I post something like a picture of myself in a charcoal mask and say, my favorite thing at the end of a long day is to pamper myself with a charcoal mask. Night, night, everybody. I could post that exact same thing on my personal wall. I would say, don't mention your brand. Don't mention a product. Don't mention a price. It's not about selling. Social media really and truly is very rarely about selling straight up. That takes place in your private VIP group, and even more specifically than that, in a private conversation with someone. What you are doing on social media is showing who you are, what you're all about, what you have to offer, what kind of services can you provide, what kind of integrity do you bring to the table, what kind of knowledge, what is your guarantee, what are your experiences, what are the benefits of being your customer, why would I want to be in your world as opposed to someone else that sells or does the same thing. That's what people want to see on social media. If they love you, they will buy from you. And if they love the product that you sell, they're in it for life, okay? But they need to love you. They need to love you first. And you have to let the walls down and let people see the real you for that to happen. Okay. And then number 10 is really big and broad because that was where I wanted to add like another 40 more. But number 10, I just put ask, okay? Ask. You can ask your friends if they want to join your VIP group. You can ask the people that are in your VIP group if they would invite friends to join. You can ask your current customers to post a selfie of them using one of your products and with a link to your group. You can ask on your business page who would like access to your upcoming live video in your private VIP page. You look for opportunities to ask, hey, who wants to be part of this group that I've got going? More often than not, if they're not part of it, it's because they don't know about it or they don't understand what you're offering. So all you need to do really is to find a way to ask. Asking does not have to be pushy. It doesn't have to be tacky. It doesn't have to be something that's pressure filled. Asking is really, it is exactly that. I mean, you're just like, hey, this is what I have. Would you like that? And they can say yes or no. And so I think we assume that everyone is aware of what we do. They're aware of what we sell. They're aware that we have this group or this business page and that they are not interested. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. They don't know. They do not know. And until you show them, until you spotlight, until you really highlight what it's all about, what are the advantages? Why would someone want to be part of your group? Think about it. Is your group fun? Are you doing fun stuff? Are you giving tips and tricks? Are you having giveaways? And it's not just about freebies and sales. Are you teaching people how to do things, how to use things, how to different benefits, whether they make a purchase or not? Things that are not about you, things that are about them. How can you serve and benefit them? Are you celebrating their birthday? Are you welcoming them when they join your group? Are you mentioning when they have a baby or when their child graduates? Do you see what I'm saying? You want to have this group be a place, a community where women want to be. And they will start inviting their friends like, oh my gosh, you know what? You need to be part of this group because I just won a free whatever. Or you got to be part of this group because I used to really feel lonely. And this is really, met a need for me. People do that. They really do. So, okay. Did you enjoy that? All right. So here's what I would do if I were you. 10 might be, too much to kind of process all at once. So I would go through and pick the 2 or 3 that really resonated with you, where either, your heart started thumping or where you right away had an idea, like I know exactly who to focus on or what to say or how to do that. The thing that kind of was like ding, 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 those moments, those key points, pick 2 or 3, and absolutely do that starting today. And then after you've implemented that, every week, try another one, try another one, try another one. And there may be some that you never do. Maybe you never want to try TikTok and Reels and all that. You don't have to. But I would say for sure you want to try 2 or 3 right away, because when you hear something and you think that is such a cool idea, but I've got to make dinner, and then I've got prayer group tonight, and then tomorrow I've got Weight Watchers, and I've got this and this and this. I'll think about it next week. Well, next week you are gonna forget half of the stuff that I said, and the enthusiasm and the focus will be gone. So what can you do right now? What could you do right now? Think about it and take action. Take action as soon as you can. And comment and let me know, let everybody know what you did and what the results were. If you have any questions, post that as well. Okay? So thanks so much for your time. I hope you got something out of that. If there's something that you want me to clarify, put that in the comments too. Okay? Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.